All right, in the background, or maybe the foreground of the Joe Biden dementia video stuff, Donald Trump's latest public appearances in the Middle East are raising serious mental health questions again. Again, it's like Groundhog's Day. Trump was on this diplomatic trip to the Middle East. He went off script for almost 25 minutes, delivering this rambling and confused and at times completely nonsensical speech that had nothing to do with foreign policy. And it really had everything to do with whether he's still mentally capable of doing the job. In Qatar, Trump was supposed to lead a diplomatic roundtable. And instead, he went on a 25-minute rant that left people wondering, does Trump even know what he's talking about? Does he even know where he is? A few of the moments, at one point, Trump started talking about drones circling you with fire and trees falling over and hiding behind them. Then he launched into this long-winded detour about Sean Duffy, who Trump wrongly said runs the department of this or that, and says Duffy was a tree climber. I mean, just incoherent stuff.
When you look at what's happening with Russia and Ukraine, the drone is killing tremendous numbers of people. You hide behind a tree and the drone comes down and it circles you with fire. You don't have a chance. The tree comes down also, by the way. It's so intense. I mean, you see these trees being knocked down like they're being sawed down by a top-of-the-line timberman, like you know who? Sean Duffy. Do you know that Sean Duffy, the head of the transportation department, who's working right now on the airports and getting a system because Biden didn't do a thing?
Totally lost. These are non sequiturs. This is complete free-form thinking. It's just completely, it's nowhere. And there was more of this, continuing to sort of raise the alarm a little bit more each time. What is this guy talking about?
I'm going to be giving that out pretty soon. But what people don't know about Sean, because I mentioned lumberjacks, that Sean, you probably didn't know this. That I'm not talking about this Sean. This Sean, no, this is a different Sean. Sean Duffy, the head of transportation. He's a great Sean, though, I have to tell you. But Sean Duffy was the world champion for 5 years, climbing trees and down, up and down, world champion. So that's what you call a serious lumberjack. And he's doing a fantastic job, too. A really respected guy and terrific guy. And I mentioned the champion because when somebody's a champion, he's the world champion for a long time. He came down, when you come down those trees, coming down at a rapid, he said that started getting you back. You will often break your back.
Anyway, so I'll stop this one just because it just goes on and on and on. At another moment during the trip, this in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, this weird groceries thing. And again, people look around and they go, what is he talking about?
Jobs, because to me, the most important jobs, I want jobs. And we have costs are way down. Groceries, they have a term grocery. It's an old term, but it means basically what you're buying in food. It's a pretty accurate term, but it's an old-fashioned sound. But groceries are down, costs are down, eggs are down. They were, first week they were hitting me with eggs were up 200%, and now they're down to a number that is amazing. We're down 97, 98% from where they were. And everybody, they said, you won't have eggs for Easter. Well, we had everybody had eggs for Easter at a very reasonable price. At the White House, we had our little Easter egg roll, and we had hundreds of thousands of eggs purchased.
All right. You know, if Barack Obama or Joe Biden or any other president had stood on the world stage and at every single public appearance rambled like this for nearly an hour, it would be national news. We would be seeing headlines about cognitive decline. Medical experts would be on TV discussing strokes, dementia, the 25th Amendment. But with Trump, people shrug, or they actually say what many Magapotamians have been saying, and Magadonians actually have been saying about this trip, which is such strength, such gravitas, just an incredible thing. This is the oldest president in American history. And after years of hearing him speak, we've seen the decline. You look 2 years ago, you look 4 years ago, you look 6. The thoughts are more jumbled. The stories go nowhere. The speeches are increasingly difficult to follow. And so this is not even about embarrassment or humiliation on the world stage, although it is about that. This is about risk. The president has access to nuclear weapons. The president makes decisions that impact global stability. If he can't stay focused or remember who's running what or why he's even in the room, that is not a quirky personality trait. It's not an endearing element of his personality. It's a problem. It's just not normal. And when a president shows up in a foreign country and rambles for 25 minutes about burning trees and cable wiring and fantasy lumberjack tournaments, people have a right to say, is this guy fit to serve? And the biggest ball drop on this is the fact that most of the media, corporate media, legacy media, they are not treating it like it is a story. And that's probably the most despicable and terrifying part of all of it.